Brandon and I opened this program an hour ago talking about how in the headline news we have Turkey and the rise of Islam there in the headline news, Syria, all that's going on there, Lebanon, of course, and Iraq. And, of course, the Euphrates River starts in Turkey, runs through those nations, empties out into Iraq, into the Persian Gulf. And trumpet number 6 says that that's where there's going to be a multinational war. And, of course, the nations that are usually listed in like Ezekiel 38 and other nations that seem to match up with something in that area are all Islamic now. So anyway, the headline news right now, rolling across, we happen to have it on CNN, and it says here, U.S. helicopter gunships are now, this is breaking live, now engaging ISIS. U.S. helicopter gunships now engaging ISIS. So we watch the guy, he comes up on the map, has a map of Iraq, and he has a big, like, explosion, red explosion pinpoint graphic to point out where this war is now taking place. He pinpoints al-Baghdadi directly on the Euphrates River.
It flows through the center of town, it looks like, on the
right
map.
I mean, the center of town, which is exactly what we said as we began the show. The prophetic implications. We are not saying this is that, but we're talking about the prophetic implications of the Euphrates River. It's happening live now. We're watching it
on
live.
TV, the explosions.
We're watching the explosions. We're watching the gunships. People are on the ground taking
tanks.
Film of tanks. The locusts flying through the air on the Euphrates River.
Stinging with their tails and fire coming from their mouths.
It's unbelievable. The prophetic implications. We're not proclaiming this is that. We're just saying the prophetic implications are amazing. And here we are, this convergence of prophecy. And so it's interesting, Brandon, we were talking about Russia and Ukraine. Now we know Russia, of course, many people have that identified, Gog, Magog, and or some of those tribal names in Ezekiel 38. Many people see allusions to Russia in the book of Daniel, etc., the bear, etc. And so most end-time prophecy experts and biblical prophecy experts agree that Russia is going to play some kind of big role in the last days and all of that. And in a potential World War III. And of course, we've got trumpet number 6 that speaks of this massive world war that seems to erupt in Iraq. It says on the Euphrates River. We know the Euphrates River starts in Turkey, it runs down through Syria and comes through Iraq and empties out there right now, today, live on the news. We got scrolling news saying U.S. helicopter gunships are attacking ISIS and ISIL in al-Baghdadi, and then their graphic shows this big red explosion exactly, and it shows it on the Euphrates River.
It does.
I mean, right in the middle of Iraq, in al-Baghdadi. I mean, it's just, maybe coincidental, okay? And I'm not saying War III is getting ready to erupt, but World War III talks about a 200 million man army. Well, there's like 400 million Muslims that live in the Middle East, and then half of those, men, women, boys, and girls, will wear bombs and have guns. So it'd be easy to say there's 200 million fighters there, not counting if Russia gets involved, if China gets involved, if Iran gets involved, if the United States gets involved, if Russia gets involved. And then what are most of these Muslim countries wanting? They're wanting Israel destroyed.
That's right.
So what's to say that these things are not getting ready to happen right before our eyes? In the meantime, we've got trumpet number 3 that speaks of something happening, and the name of it is wormwood, which translates in Ukrainian to Chernobyl. And right now, the Ukrainians are trying to rebuild the sarcophagus over the Chernobyl nuclear disaster because it's over 20 years old, it's crumbling, has enough radiation in it to continually radiate millions and millions of people all over Europe. They're trying to contain it, and what happens? Russia attacks Ukraine. And that whole process is being stopped and halted. And if Russia conquers Ukraine, they've got access to the Baltic states, to the Middle East, and to Europe. That's happening right before our eyes. But I'm crazy for pointing this out. Yeah.
No,
I'm just a crazy preacher about it. Well, I watch the news and read the Bible.
It's amazing. You were saying the comparisons to Daniel and the bear being Russia. And if you look
perhaps being
I'm saying the comparisons that people have made.
Yeah.
And if you look at the four animal symbols that were given there, the bear, the dragon, the leopard, and then the mouth of the lion.
Right.
The dragon, many people compare to China.
Right.
and Russia. We see the deals being made there all the time. The leopard has been compared to Germany. It's the head of the
right.
EU, and the mouth of the lion, Great Britain. And English speaking, the business of the world is done in English.
I know.
So if those things are that, we're watching it.
Yeah, I know. And a lot of prophecy experts think that it is. But anyway, folks, listen, we live in exciting, amazing times. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Put your eyes on the Lord. In the end, we win. We're so glad that you stayed tuned to Freedom Friday today. And because of that, you won. Brandon, I'm glad you're here.
Hey, it's my privilege. I appreciate it.
Joey, thanks for hanging in with us today, man. All right, gave us the thumbs up. Folks, be back next Friday. We'll be here same time, same place, broadcasting live. God bless you, and God please bless America.